Hi everyone, welcome to my Patreon. I hope you're doing really well. Today I wanted to bring to you a beautiful exercise that helps you let go of control and visually understand what it means to let go of control. Most times we think of letting go as something that you just have to leave everything and walk away or run away from it, escape from it. Now that's not what I am referring to. When I say let go, what I'm truly saying is to let go of your need to have control of that situation. So, having said that, I will start the exercise. In this session, all you will need a pencil, a ruler, eraser, just because you want to kind of have it available to you, and a handful of colors. Now, when you go and pick these colors, I would recommend going with something more, more control that you can have in the pencil. So the tool, like for example, go for markers or pencil colors because you can hold it and it doesn't flow away. This is an exercise where you need to have control over the movement of colors, but not in the choice of colors. So go randomly pick yourself some colors. I went to my shelf and just picked without thinking, without combining what goes with what, and just to let it be whatever it is that comes in your hand. So that is step number one of not having control, but understanding what you can have control in. I will also be using my ink pen, which is the normal thing that I do. This you can either use an ink pen or you can also use a pointer pen, like a black pointer pen like this. So it's totally up to you. I try to keep the least amount of tools that we need in these sessions because it's not really about the tools. It's about connecting to your own inner self through the act of what we are creating right now. So, having said that, if at any point your heart says to do something while I'm saying to do something else, I'd rather you go with your own intuition and follow that tiny little whisper, that hunch that you get within you, and follow that. Because the whole idea of doing these sessions regularly is to build your intuition, to tune in into the unseen, where your frequency is connected to the oneness of the universe. And so to channel into that, you have to listen to your own intuition. So just follow what you can, and then let your intuition be your teacher, your guide, the one who holds your hand. So these are just instructions, and let your intuition be your bestest friend. Excuse me. I want you to take a nice deep breath in. Acknowledge this moment where you are. Relax your shoulders, come into your body. Let go of what you were doing, and let go of that what you will be doing. You are not in your past, you are not in your present. You are here in the now. I just said you're not in the present, and I'm wondering what that truly means. You're not in the present, meaning maybe you're not here. So try and bring yourself back into the present. So whoever's listening might not be in the present. So bring yourself into the present, and the Spirit is guiding you to let go of your worries in this moment. For all that you need to connect to is your own true, authentic self, and allow this exercise to visually take you into a portal where you can just be. No judgments, no need for perfection, no need for validation of how the piece is going to turn out. The end product doesn't matter. What matters is the journey you have with your own soul towards your light in your heart. I always try to draw broader. I'm using a small 4x6 card sheet. It's a watercolor sheet that I've got, watercolor paper. I'm just creating the boundaries. This really helps to bring focus in your piece. This is like the first thing you do, and what it does is visually it gives you like a home. So this is your home where you will be allowed to, not allowed to, you will give yourself the space and time to play. I want you to then use your ruler, whatever size it is, doesn't matter, and create another line to have a smaller rectangular inside. I'm getting this throat irritation, and I'm wondering whoever later on listens might actually be having their throat chakra opening happening. And for that, one of the things that I highly recommend is taking in soothing stuff and start singing. Start singing the songs that you love. It doesn't matter what your voice is like. Now you've got the inside rectangular. Just going to make it erase the side lines so I can get a clear size of my rectangular piece in the middle. There we go. Once you've got that, you can see it clearly. Now I want you to create a border of approximately 0.5 but a little bit less. I'm measuring through these lines, so I'm going with this smaller line here to create my border. I find this kind of like a hack which I didn't know earlier, but if you align these lines, they automatically help you to create borders. In my head, I feel very smart about finding this little hack. There we go. And on the outside, if you can do the same thing, approximately the same measurement. This is less than 0.5 centimeters, but if you feel better, you can do 0.5 also. Just keep relaxing your shoulders, breathing in from your nose. Hear the sound of the pencil that as it moves on the sheet of paper. Be with yourself, hold yourself. Now I want you to not think about it and pick a pencil. I've got my sharpener here, and just the pencil that I pick has to be blunt. So I'm just going to sharpen my pencil. Ooh. What I'm hearing is like, nothing happens without a reason. And when we are sitting down to do things mindfully and something we try doesn't happen, is to recognize that sometimes we just need to use things the way they are rather than trying to make them perfect or imperfect. Just accepting that this is the tool I have and just go with it. So don't think about the colors. Have them lay down here in whatever order they are, right? And start picking them up without seeing. So your eyes need to be on the sheet of paper, and all you're going to do is you're going to create lines. Now these lines could be the same thickness, or it could be like a rectangular box that you do. These lines can be closer to each other, or they can be far away from each other. Just one color, whatever the color is. Place these lines at different spaces in your inside. Once you feel you've used this pencil enough, you don't go on to the next color. You go into this. Don't see the color, just try and keep going without seeing them. Just pick them up without wondering, will it look good next to this color? Reduce that chatter if you can. Just enjoy the color for what it is, how it looks with the other color. Where can it be? Can it be a little thicker in some spaces? Maybe you like it a little bit more. So I picked this color up, and then I could only do this much, and then the nib broke. What I'm gathering from this is that let go when things aren't working. Try not to like go, oh, let me fix it. Oops, it's not working. Keep trying. Don't do that. Don't have attachment to this color. Just put it on the side and say, okay, it's not working for me. Just go to another color. And you see, what we're learning is that just because it is in one space here and it never gets repeated down here, it doesn't have an effect on the whole creative process. Just enjoy the unfolding of the colors as they come. Not to judge what goes with what, how good am I doing. All of these are like sidetrack questions. Don't get trapped into this mind's calling of do it right, do it well. There is no well. It is now. This is how you're doing it, and it's completely fine the way you're doing it. This is something that is happening inside you. So imagine every single day a new day happens, something new, exciting happens, something sad happens, whatever. You're meant to just deal with it in the now. The colors help us to show that within us, this is what is happening. Every day, every experience is helping you become you. And it might not feel like, oh, this color would go with this color, but it really is. There's no plan to the colors, yet they are friendly with each other. Some places they are thick, some places they are thin. Sometimes the tool breaks, sometimes the connection breaks. Sometimes they want to be thick, sometimes they want to be thin. Surprise yourself by using the colors that you would think, oh, this will not go together. In your head, they might not go together because you've been programmed to think like that. Let that program be on the side for this exercise and enjoy the unfolding of colors as they want to, not something you control. Just something that happens. No judgment. Why did this happen? Why did I lose this person? Why did they have to die? Why did they have to walk out of my life? Why did I have to change my job? Why am I the way I am? There's nothing, no judgment whatsoever. There's only pure love. When you see yourself as these colors, you connect to this exercise as this is what is happening inside you. Every experience has led you to the person that you are today. And look how beautiful you're turning out to be. You thought you weren't balanced. You thought you didn't know. But yet again, in your not knowing, within you, you were given all these experiences which might not make sense to you, but this is what you became. Now, this is one part of the journey, and we learn this about our soul. So, inside our soul, this is how we are. Now, coming to the mind, I always like to do these exercises where we can work with the mind and the heart. And for that, I'm closing my soul inside a safe box. A safe box, which is my body. My soul was poured inside my safe body. So there's nothing to worry about. The soul will evolve in a way that it's meant to, right? But the soul is, look, I didn't do this, but there's this mistake, for so-called mistake, happened, which guides me to create a line that connects me to my body, which is this part. So my soul within me, now there's this little patch here, and I'm like, oh, why is this there? So this is me trying to say, because when you see it like this, it's too harsh, right? So I kind of do this, a soft, gentle connection between our body and mind, which is nurturing and kind with compassion. You see, we are connected, we are within our body, we have this beautiful ray of colors that we all hold, that's very individualized to you, and it's only going to be your best friend is inside you, is how I see it. There is your best friend, and this is what you are from the inside. Gosh, you're beautiful. I can't even see it, but yet again my heart says it's beautiful, but how can it not be? How can it not be? When we start seeing ourselves through these visual exercises, we feel so blessed, so connected to the real part of us, of who we really are. With all these colors in us that the Creator picked for you and me, these experiences that He picked for you and me to make me the way I am and to make you the way you are is just profound. Now there's this line that came out again. I'm like, ooh, I have to tell you guys something. I don't know how, but there's a spill here of my ink. What makes me wonder is, like I always say, these sessions are very intuitive. So while we are on a journey to our soul, things will get messy. Things will drop water, or something will happen that will make us stop and clean the mess. But what we generally do is we avoid the mess and keep going. And that's really important. If the mess has made itself visible, that means the mess is what will be the first step before we go into this step. So it's very important to clean the mess if you want to go into the next stage of your soul's evolution, because you can't carry this mess to this next space, and you have to clean your mess up before you go. So this is another profound message coming through. Coming back to the exercise. This is the part where our mind gets activated. So I'm going to use these lines of my pencil turn it the other way. This space calls me to go horizontal. This space is directing me to go vertical. So let's start with the horizontal side. Now look at this space from this angle. Right to left, right to left, or left to right. Decide what you want to do. So in my head, I always want to bring the energy home. So I will go from the outside to the inside, outside to the inside. This is a very small act of doing, but it really helps you come back to your soul. So using your pen, marker, whatever it is, you're going to start creating a pattern, not deciding what it will be. So you'll start creating, it could be lines, it could be circles, but go slow. For me, lines are always that what help me in direction. Triangles remind me of safety. Circle reminds me to never give up. Now I've decided that this is the main core pattern that I will be repeating. I've picked three elements: lines, triangles, and circles, because of what they hold specifically for me. You can choose whatever you want. And then the journey begins without thinking, without knowing what the next will be. It could be circles that come through, but you've locked yourself in with saying these are the three elements I'm going to use. And now let them be your guide. Let them come, however they choose to. You might want to do a thicker line, you want to do a smaller line, you want to do a bigger circle, whatever it may be. Keep your hand movement steady, slow, in control. So you see, you have the control of the nib of your tool, but you don't have the control of what it is going to create. And so you allow yourself to just play. There's no need to rush, there's no need to analyze, there's no need to why I'm doing what I'm doing. You are just coming home to yourself. You're giving yourself this time, this commitment to heal, to become present in the now. You're not worried about your past, you're not worried about your future, you're not letting anybody's voice control you. You are just enjoying being you and playing with these lines as they come through. There's no need to judge. My hands tremble or my eyes don't see better. Try to stop these chaotic or disturbing or distracting comments that you have for yourself. My piece doesn't look like hers, hers piece doesn't look like mine. Don't go into that. Now the whole thing is, I went from this side to this side. Now I'm going to go from this side to this side. Like I said, I want to come home into my soul. So I'm going to do that on this side. Just before I end the session, I'd also like to show you the vertical sides I'll be following. So the soul has the horizontal side, which is the one I've already shown, and the vertical side I'm going to show you. So you can also see how that would look. I love how, I said I'll be going in and then I got guided unconsciously. I didn't plan it, but look how it's going upwards. So from the soul that needed me to ground was coming back inwards like this, towards this part, the inside part. And when I went on my vertical side, I automatically started reaching upwards. And that reminds me of the chakras. The top chakras are connected to the sky, the unseen, the crown, third eye. The root chakra is going to be here. And these are like the middle chakras. So if you think about it, we're The energy flow is what we are tapping into. So, however your hand moves, be very conscious of what it is that you're doing. Are you going up to down? Meaning, are you in that mode where you want to bring in things, or you are looking up to the Creator for help, for guidance? So, in my scenario right now, when I think about it, I'm looking more for connection with the Creator. So, my focus is not on the ground. My focus is how can I be okay in everything that is happening in my world, inside me, whatever it is that's happening. How can I look up and ask for the guidance for everything that I need guidance for? So, letting go of knowing everything, letting go of thinking I will be able to solve every problem, because you know what? I won't. And so, letting go of the even desire that I need to, because things will unfold themselves as these patterns teach me, as they are meant to. The protection is there, the strength is there, the nurturing is all there for me, and it will be fine. Even when things seem not under control, in chaos, they are still in control of that who created everything. And so that is how the horizontal side and the vertical side. So I'm going to fill this part and this part and then color my edge. The video goes too long and I don't like to take away too much of your time, so you can do this in one go or you can break it apart and do it as you please. Do share, connect, and let me know your reflections if they made a difference in this session. I love you all. Take good care of yourselves, everyone, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.